adianta ficar de cara fechada.
Dá uma sentada, dá uma sentada, dá uma sentada, dá uma sentada que passa. Dá uma sentada que passa. Dá uma sentada que passa.
This is the thing of CPU processing, which is widely spread in our computer. The expression of CPU comes from our human brain, which perfectly describes what is multitasking. So, what is a common perception of multitasking among Hong Kong people? We interviewed some people randomly.
Yes, doing more than one task at the same time.
It means someone can doing different things at the same time.
I'm not sure, I didn't pay attention to it.
I'm good at multitasking. For example, I can watch videos while doing homework.
Means because of their carefulness.
This is personal habits or personal ability, no relation.
Actually, they are all correct, just not the exact definition of multitasking. According to our research, there are mainly two kinds of multitasking, concurrent and sequential. Concurrent multitasking is doing different things at the same time, like talking while running or singing a song while reading books. And sequential multitasking means frequently switching between tasks. Sometimes it is so ordinary that we even ignore its existence. If you observe the stream of people on the screen, you will find that most of them are multitasking. But to identify the factors of multitasking is not some piece of cake. Consider that you were a fish. You could not have an all-round understanding of yourself and the space you live in, and so do our human being. We use our own cognition to learn about our cognition. This paradox was put forward by Hawking, which shows the limit of our cognition. It cannot be denied that using our sense to identify some kinds of questions is unreasonable, so we carried out the research by experiments and data.
So how do we perform the experiment? The scientific method we use is called controlled variables method. We chose 16 males and 16 females casually from the university. For concurrent multitasking experiment, the variable is gender, and for sequential multitasking experiment, the variables are gender and the extent of the similarities between tasks. We designed two small experiments to study these two factors. We just want to figure out some simple and superficial factors. In order to avoid the contingencies among the samples, we chose a 2-to-2 control and match group. In experiment 1, we chose 8 males and 8 females to finish a task which asks the participants to remember numbers as much as possible in 1 minute and try to memorize the correct number and the order. In the contrast group, we require another 8 people to do the same thing while running on the running machine at a constant speed. In experiment 2, we designed 2 papers containing similar questions and different ones. We chose calculations, logic problems, and memory problems to make up our questionnaire to demonstrate the multitasking ability of different individuals. We set the time limitation to 10 minutes according to the result of our pre-experiment.
Now let's come to the experiment part. Now is the contrast group.
After collecting the results and analyzing the data, we got the following results. We calculate the average scores of the two groups in experiment 1 It indicates that the normal group performed better than the running group. We do the same process to the statistics of experiment 2. According to the bar chart, we can see that there's no distinct difference in genders, but the similarity of tasks really matters. It is more obvious that people do better in similar tasks in this chart, ignoring gender. The reflections of the interviewees drove us to 3 simple conclusions as expected. There is no significant difference between male and female's multitasking capacity. Most people perform better when they focused on reciting numbers only, and the interviewees tend to get higher scores when they do similar tasks instead of different ones. However, many factors would affect the accuracy of the experiment. We did not choose enough people to participate. Moreover, the questionnaire we designed may be so academic that we cannot eliminate different individuals' capacity to solve problems, which may also affect the result.
Quite a lot of factors will influence the efficiency of multitasking, and it is important for modern people to have a good command of it, since we have to face a lot of issues simultaneously. Our life is just filled with conflicts, like housework and babysitting, email, phone call, and the client in front of you. Every day when you're wishing you could have 8 arms, multitasking comes to help you. Actually, the core of multitasking is optimization, which is a part of the applied mathematics, aiming to find the best way to solve problems. However, not everyone thinks of multitasking as a positive phrase. Many scientific reports have suggested that multitasking is associated with damaged attentional control, memory problem, and even chronic stress or depression. We all know that things would go the opposite way when they become extreme. The choice between efficiency and a relaxed mood is never an easy job. Hope all of us can handle multitasking at an appropriate extent and survive in this fast-developing world.